Hey guys, it's me, Trevis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're locking in for NBA today, Wednesday, 10/23. I had to say that out loud to make sure that my brain is on the right day, and it is. So here we are. We have a lot of games today. This is the first nice full slate. Yesterday we only had 2 games, and do a quick recap of yesterday. Almost every single one of our 2.0 tools hit. In terms of the 2.0 tools, if you're new here, we just launched a new version called version 2.0, and we added Moneyline predictor, spread predictor, total predictor, these 3 things here. So the money line, it hit the Lakers money line, it hit Boston money line, the Lakers -1 spread, it hit both totals. Both totals hit as well. It was over the first game, under the second game. So almost everything here hit. Our individual prop that we dropped on yesterday's show was over 17.5 points for Julius. This man decided he didn't want to do much of anything in the first half. He decided to take a little nappy nap on the bench and not put enough points, enough balls in the hoop. But he did score decently in the second half. And this man, with 16 seconds left after an abysmal first half performance, goes to put a layup in the little basket there, and guess who stops it? Good old LeBron James smacks the ball away, blocks the easy layup. If he didn't block that, that would have hit in the final seconds of the game, but because he did, it didn't. But luckily we have a lot of tools and a lot of other things going on where we're still hitting at a high rate. So if anybody used the Moneyline predictor, the spread, and the total predictor for yesterday's game, congrats, you won yourself a good chunk of change. So we may focus on that for this show, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look at the player prop specific stuff, and if we don't find anything we love there, then of course we can look at the team tools as well. So let's see what we got here. So I think I'm still trying to find for the beginning of seasons, especially on teams that have changed their starting 5 either a little bit or significantly. We don't want to necessarily be betting a lot of money on player props in the first 2 to 3 games of the season. Not the first 2 to 3 games of the season, the first 2 to 3 games of the team's season. So, yesterday was game 1 of Lakers, and so we have a few more Lakers games before we want to increase our betting amount. So play very lightly on player props, because we need to see with the teams that have new starting 5s and new rotations, how many minutes are people getting, all that good stuff. So again, lightly. We see a lot of baby lines up here because, of course, it's easier for a baby line to have a high difference at such a low line. The top play here is Scoot. 11.5. This man has hit this line every single of his last 10 games. And he only missed twice in his last 20 of last season. 11.5 points. I think last year I stayed above single digit line, so 11.5 of course is not single digits. Now I got to remember, I'm trying to think, is there been any significant changes with Portland's offense? I know Scoot, he was in and out last season. Let me go to Portland here. So they are versus Golden State. The line for them, Golden State 5.5, so it shouldn't be a blowout. It's Portland at home, but it might be a blowout. But I don't think anything here, looking at the entire game points-wise, I mean, there's only, I guess there's these 4 players, the only Portland players that are projected to go over their points line, even if, Denny's only fractionally here, as well as Ayton. So what is this? So in the last 10 games last season, you see here, this is his average, or this is his projected minutes. So he's projected to get 31 minutes of playing time in this game, and I feel like if you get 31 minutes, hitting 12 shouldn't be the hardest thing. He was the number 2 or number 3 pick last year? I think he was 2nd overall pick, right? So yeah, he's got skill sets. He's even got his own shoes that Puma has. They suck. They're ugly. They're not good. Scoot, get a new designer because your shoes are garbage. But yeah, I know he has the skill set, and if this is his projected minutes, I feel like 12 points isn't crazy. Yesterday, like I said, Julius Randle was 17.5, and he had going into half, he had like 5 points or something super low, and then he was about to get his 18th point on that layup, and then LeBron James blocked it because LeBron James hates us. I don't know if you guys know this or not yet, but LeBron James hates us. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm trying to think of any other reason of why we should be staying away from this, and there's nothing. I don't know. There's nothing. There's nothing that is telling me not to play this play. So I think Scoot 11.5 is what we're looking at. Let me check him on FanDuel real quick. So he's at 12.5 on FanDuel. So yeah, we're going to be looking at DraftKings 11.5. Let's look at the money line real quick because we know that was it's a hit 100% so far this season through 2 games. So you see there's only 4 games that have a positive difference. You can still go down here to the negative difference. And you could still, how you read these things here, if you don't know how to use this yet, please, for the love of all that's holy, click these buttons I made for you guys. Click this, learn how to use the Moneyline predictor. But just a quick refresh. So if I go down here and I see Phoenix has a minus 13% difference between money lines, this tells me to play the Clippers spread. So not playing Phoenix money line, but playing the spread. This means that the Phoenix Suns are over projected. They're still projected to win, but they're over projected based on their current money line. So this is interesting here. So we go from like a 2.48 to a 2.93 to a 22.41% chance. Let me look at the spread here. Hmm. 65% chance for Philly covering at plus 3.5. Yeah, see how I told you that Phoenix is the most over projected team to win with their money line. That's why the Clippers are here at a plus 5 for the 60% chance to cover. I think because the Clippers have their starting rotations gone crazy and they don't have. I think they have very few of their starters from last season left after trading and losing some, but I still think that the people they do have. I'm trying to think here. I don't know. Phoenix is pretty good, and I'm pretty sure they're healthy right now as well. I'm gonna play around with this more. So if you don't know about this tool right here, this tool is 100% free to use. So you should. There's no reason in the world that if you bet on sports that you don't have the PlayerProps.ai app with at least a free account on the PlayerProps.ai app with all of the free tools that we offer you. This tool is 100% free to use. What this does here is it shows you how much money's coming in on each side. So if we're factoring in the Pacers and the Pistons, this says for the Pacers money line that 90% of all of the people that bet on either side bet on the Pacers money line. And this says how much money, out of all of the money bet on either side, 57% of the money is on the Pacers money line. So, what was that game? This game. This is the game that was the outlier. 91% of the money is on Milwaukee. 94% of the money is on Milwaukee spread. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to touch this game because it's too lopsided on both the AI and the public betting. So that makes me feel like it's a trap. I don't want to do a trap one. And then this was the other one. LA Clippers. Oh no, we didn't see that one yet. Where's the Clippers game? So I'm looking at all these data. So I think what I want to do here is I don't want to do any of those money lines or spreads. So yesterday, typically what you're going to see here on the total predictor is you're going to see marginal differences. So this right here is the difference between what our AI is saying and what the available line is. Yesterday, the Lakers game had like a 13 difference on the under, which almost like those are crazy outliers where we're like, okay, pound the under because you're never going to see 13 as a difference again. And of course, the game went under, so everybody crushed that one. So this saying right now, the biggest gap is this Magic Heat game. The line is 2.075, and the line is, or the projected total is 210. Is it cheaper on FanDuel? No, on FanDuel it's one higher. So yeah, on DraftKings, maybe we'll look at this too. So we'll look at Scoot, and then we'll also look at the Magic Heat going over 2.075. Remember, make sure you're using the cheapest line possible if you're going over. Don't force feed a bet on FanDuel because that's your preferred book, and the game's going to finish at 208, and then you lose on FanDuel, but you win on DraftKings. So, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do Scoot for our prop, 11.5 points, and we'll do Magic Heat, 207.5. That's what we'll lock in here. All right, we got one play for props, one play for the traditional betting side of things. Lock those puppies in. Make sure that you're in the Discord and you have the app because there's a lot of free stuff, like I said. And if you're not using the free stuff, you can't complain when you lose because that's on you. Good luck tonight, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.